Awesome. Well, I went ahead and kicked it live, so we are on Discord, and the Facebook just went up as well. So I will copy that link and post it for us in the Whistle Mountain Discord channel. And then I actually
Yay.
have to send out a message to anyone who signed up on Gen Con real quick as well. Just because we
Okay.
we ended up having to change our Discord link because we had a technical issue with it. But you guys can go ahead and chit chat, and Luke and Scott are welcome to start talking about the game and letting you guys know what you guys are going to be doing, etc. And I will do the
Great.
other things.
Kat read the rules. Did you get a chance, Chris, to see the rules at all?
I got a little bit, um, but of course, I'm going to ask questions left and right. So,
Of course, and
um,
that's part of the point and the purpose. So,
yay.
I will try to give the kind of the rapid rundown for experienced gamers, and then we'll go in and fill in the details that I leave out afterwards. But in essence, we are playing here Whistle Mountain, and Whistle Mountain takes place in a kind of a fictionalized version of the Rocky Mountains. It takes place in the same universe as Whistle Stop, and so you can recognize some of the look and feel and iconography. This is a worker placement game, however, and your workers are airships. So you have three different airships of three different sizes. Their sizes are important because they correspond to spaces on the grid that is across the middle of this board. And so it's a worker placement game where we're actually going to be building the board entirely as we go. And it has this spatial aspect to how things are built. And our primary goal in this game is that we are constructing this amazing mechanical dream in the Rocky Mountains. It's water powered as we go. And the workers, the meeples that are on the left side are in the barracks. The workers that are in the bottom are in the whirlpool. And we're trying to get our workers across into the tower. And the tower is a safe and glorious place to be. And you'll notice that there are victory point markings that increase as you go higher and higher. And there are ribbons on each level of the tower. And so you're trying to get your workers over there. By the end of the game, the workers in this tower are going to be about half or more of your experience points, typically, or your victory points. And all of this is done through careful building, resource management, and worker placement with the airships. So what this looks like is there's going to be part of the game where we're going to be taking our airships and placing them out to get resources. And there's already going to be a board set up. We're going to start with a certain amount of setup, and then we're going to be doing more as the game goes on. And so the geometric shapes that are on the right side are called scaffolds. And so what worker placement looks like is I take one of my airships and I place it on the board on a grid space adjacent to one of these scaffolds. For example, if I place it here in this little spot, I'm using my yellow 1x1 hot air balloon, I would get a coal and an iron in this spot right here. If
'Cause it's touching
instead,
the different edges, right?
yeah, whatever's adjacent to me is what I receive. And if instead I used my larger airship and placed it here, I would get the 2 iron and the 1 coal. You can place adjacent to the water bar at the bottom. And so if I were to place here, I would get 3 water, 1 from the scaffold and 2 from the adjacent bar.
Okay.
Also, as the game goes on, we're going to be creating areas that on which we are going to be able to build machines. And machines are um, components that we will purchase. So they're all available for purchase over here on the left side, and they're pulled off of stacks, and they're small, medium, and large. And so if I have a machine and build a machine, the machine will go onto the scaffold like so, superimposed. And now I can gain resources by placing adjacent to it, or I can place actually directly on the machine. And so that gives me a position where I'll be able to get resources. Maximizing this, I could place it across the bottom and I would get the iron, 2 iron, water, and a gold. I would get all of that in one turn. Potentially, you can have turns where you could activate 2 or 3 of these machines on a single move, along with gathering resources from the scaffolds and or the water bar. So there's a cycle of play, and the cycle of play involves airships going out on turns called collect turn. So if you look at your player mat, you'll see that there are 2 types of turns. You're either going to collect by placing airships or placing one airship out on the board, or you're going to forge. And forge is where you will do most of those building kinds of things. Also, it's important to point out that during collect turns, these little notches all around the side of the board allow you to do other actions. So a quick tour over here, you buy a small machine, medium machine, and large machine along the left side of the board. On the top of the board, this space is using resources of any type to gain cards, either 1, 2, or 3. Top right is where you gain upgrades, which are your own individual powers, and they also are worth victory points. The middle right is a key spot. This is where you go to get the scaffolds, and scaffolds will cost whistles. Important to point out here also is whistles are a wild resource. They can substitute for any of the other resources. The action space in the bottom right is where you can go to rescue a worker from the whirlpool, taking a worker out and placing it onto an empty scaffold space. So that means a scaffold space that has no other markings on it, space like that, for example. So let me show you how a forge turn works. And a forge turn is what you do when you are ready to do some building. So you will have already acquired some things, things like scaffolding and machines. So for example, let's say I have this scaffold and this machine over here in my supply. And I'm using the yellow components in the bottom right. And so if it's my turn to forge, I can do these things in any order. And they consist of being able to perform build actions, up to 3 of them. Your first one is free. Your second one costs 1 water. Your third one costs 1 additional water. So for 2 water, you can perform 3 build actions. Then you can either, or also, I should say, you can rescue a worker from the water, which costs 2 gold, or you can move a worker from the barracks or from any other location on the grid, and that costs 1 gold. So here's why you do that and how you do that. So let's say on my turn, I decide I'm going to perform a free build by taking a scaffold and placing it here. Now, you score points based on adjacency for this scaffold. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, 4 of these lateral segments touching other scaffolds. So that would earn me 4 victory points for building like that. If I were to build up like this, that would only be worth 1 victory point. I can build off to the sides. We can ignore things like gravity. And so I get 2 points for a build like that. So there's all kinds of different ways to build these, and you can rotate them and you can flip them over too. So all of these things are possible with building. Now, so let's say I perform my first build, as I showed you a moment ago, and I get 4 victory points for that build. Then let's say I pay 1 gold and I take one of my workers from the barracks, and typically you take the bottom one. And the reason why is because as we start to build, once we build machines, the rectangles, once we build them above this danger line, the water down here is going to start rising. And as the water rises, it will be blocking off parts of the board that we used to use, and it will be washing workers down into the whirlpool. At the end of the game, workers in the whirlpool are worth -5 points. So you really don't want your workers in the whirlpool. So I've done a move action and I got my worker out on the scaffold. Then I could pay 1 water to perform a second build action. Now, for the sake of demonstration, let's pretend also that, just for fun, that there's not quite realistic, but let's say that there's already a red worker in this spot as well. Or let's just say for kicks, I build down here, and that's fits the story a little better. So these two workers down here are both on the scaffold, and if I choose to build over them, they will be promoted to the tower. So using Tabletopia, you have to be careful about knocking the components around. So I will move my worker over to the tower first, and when I do, I get to claim this ribbon. Then, and so I would take this into my supply, and ribbons are used as free actions. Then my opponent moves over into the tower, and at the end of the game, these workers are worth 1 point for that position. I place the machine onto the scaffold, and I score points based on what it says. So this scaffold is this machine is a 5-point machine. Key and importantly is workers down here are only worth 1 point. Workers up here are worth 10 points.
Oh, wow.
So getting your workers higher in the tower is key. And Scott really crushed us with that yesterday, getting 4 workers up there on the top of that tower. So that's all a forge turn. So you build up to these forge turns as being kind of big deals. We are going to have individual player powers that we're going to select, and they are your starting abilities. And so we're going to put out 5 of these, and we're going to choose them in reverse turn order. And we can demonstrate or explain what any of the icons mean, but generally it's inputs and outputs, but sometimes it will be when something happens, then you get a benefit, for example. So, questions, or did I have any omissions so far?
No questions thus far. I know for me, I'll probably ask as we play as well because, hey, it's the best way for me to learn.
I guess the biggest thing for me is just for the icons, what does the little gold asterisk mean?
That means any resource.
Okay.
Okay. I'll go ahead and explain these starting special abilities. So we have the Admiral on the left, which is when you build a machine, you get to activate it right away as a free action.
Oh, nice. Okay.
The Planner is when you gain an upgrade, the gears in the top right, you get to gain a small machine for free. The Craftsman is when you build a machine, you get 2 whistles. The Ace Pilot is you get to place this medium-sized airship directly onto the scaffolding. It has to be placed onto a single scaffold, and that allows you to, play in places that other people cannot. The Exchanger allows you once per turn to trade in any resource for a whistle, and whistles are wild. So I think these are pretty evenly balanced in terms of how good they're going to be. They're going to change your playing style and choices. So we choose these in reverse order, and it looks like Chris, it looks like you are 4th player in our turn order. I'm going to go first. Scott will go second and get a bonus water, if I remember correctly.
Is that what I'm supposed to do?
Am I the red or the black? I thought it was.
Oh, I'm looking here wrong. No one. Wait, I don't
Could be
see
red.
anyone in the red seat.
Oh,
I think I'm red, or at least it says taking.
I don't know. I have the green hand, but I thought I was red whenever I.
Okay,
I
so
went.
green goes with the black pieces.
There's actually black is programmed for Scott this time. Green would be Cat. She's gonna be red, so that should solve all the confusion.
So I will be blue.
What?
Okay.
That solve the confusion? Green is okay. Green is red makes sense if we are colorblind, right?
Yes, correct.
That's true. Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna have to remember that.
Red. Don't
Everybody else is the color they actually are, except for green. I don't know what happened.
I will accept this reality.
It's changed from yesterday to today because it's literally the same setup. So I have no clue how the internet works. It's magic to me. So
Matt, we already thought we were in some kind of dystopian science fiction, and now they're telling us that red and green are the same.
Up
So
is down, cats and dogs.
It's all true. It's all true.
all right, so yeah, there's bonus resources, and that means that so black
I'm,
is
I'm
Scott black.
yeah, I'm already getting. Okay. Yeah, I
Can't
think
get
everyone's
your
got.
I can't get your audio, Scott. You're cutting in and out.
Is this any better?
Yep.
No. I gave everyone their resources.
Okay. All right, so we have our bonus resources, and then Chris, you are blue, correct?
Yes,
and you go ahead and choose one of those starters.
I like having a free small machine. That's when I do what again? Do I get it?
That's when you buy one of these upgrades right over here.
Okay.
And so they each have a cost listed right on them. So you'll be wanting to watch that closely. 2 whistles, 3 whistles, 4 water.
Okay, nice.
Water's plentiful at the beginning because of the water bar at the bottom.
Now, the one thing I had a question about real quick, Luke, is does the airship have to be immediately on a scaffold, or can it be in an empty block?
So it's always going to be on empty spaces, not on scaffolds, and then adjacent to things. So you can place adjacent to the water. That's fine.
Okay, cool.
All right. So Scott took his starting upgrade. And
My
so
turn?
now we're on cats. Yes.
Okay.
All right. So you guys left me these. I'm going to take the Admiral, and I'll put the Ace Pilot back, and we are ready to start. We need to set up our starting board. So the way this works is, one at a time, we're going to take 2 scaffolds of the same shape. So I will take 2 scaffolds first. Then I choose one of them and place it adjacent to the bottom of the board. So I'm going to take 1 scaffold and place it adjacent to the bottom of the board. And now Cat will do the same.
Okay. And I don't have to be, do I have to be touching one at least?
No, it only has to touch the bottom of the board, where the water is.
Okay.
Later on, we'll be building adjacent to these scaffolds. And then that's the Scott now, and then Chris.
Okay. I can take any one of these?
You're going to take 2 of the same shape.
2 of the same shape. All right. Let's see here. Oh, so that. And I'll take that. Okay.
And so you closed off the access to that water, which is fine. You can do that. And
Good
so
job,
now
Chris. That's what I'm talking about.
we have our starting setup. It looks like we've got some meeples not in their starting positions. And
I'm pretty sure I earned those points, so.
I'm keeping them.
Here, I'll take a couple
there.
of these blue ones over to my board. That's okay, right? Yeah.
Okay, there's no whistles on the board and there's no coal on the board. So sometimes we have resource shortages, and we got to kind of work around whatever is available. So I'm going to go ahead and take my monstrous juggernaut, my Led Zeppelin, and I'm going to drop it right here. So that spot will give me iron gold, and 3 water. And then my turn is over.
It's my turn, right?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. I can put my airship over here, right, and take one of these. It doesn't cost me anything.
Let's see, where are you? Oh, there you are. These do have costs. Their costs are right on them.
On
the
top?
top.
Okay. Got
So
it.
this
All right.
one's the winner's circle is 2 whistles, the stockpile is 3 whistles, and the wet
Got it.
lung is 4 water.
Then I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it right here.
Okay. That'll get you an iron and 3 water.
Which I can only take 2 because I only have room for the 2, right?
Correct. You can take more than your capacity, but you have to discard them at the end of your turn down to what fits on your board.
Okay.
So you're going to have to turn right around and discard it.
Okay.
The reason that's important is if maybe you have a upgrade tile that you use a water to do something, and if you were to get 5, you'd be able to use that water to do whatever that action was on that turn before discarding it.
Got it.
Yeah, there's as the game goes on, especially with cards and uses of machines, there are going to be all kinds of different ways to use the resources. Okay, and so it's Scott's turn. I saw a second ago he went offline. It's saying he went offline again to me.
Can you hear me?
We hear you.
Okay. Yeah, again. I can tell you what I want to do. I want to I'll take my my Juggernaut ship and go over to the upgrade spot, and I'll spend my whistle, and then I can turn my steel into a whistle, and I'll take the winner's circle.
Okay, you got it.
Thank you, Luke. Sorry that I seem to have lost connection. It says I'm back.
It might be where you are in your house or something with your internet. What was the resource you're going to trade for a whistle?
The steel.
Okay, done.
Yeah.
I did that for you.
Thank you.
Okay, so now it's Chris's turn. Okay, that new one costs 3 gold. All right, another Juggernaut coming out. So if your Juggernaut goes there, Chris, you're only going to get 1 gold. You're still working that out? And there you'll get a gold and an iron. Chris, are you talking and muted?
Yes, I am. I just realized that. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Kids were a little rambunctious upstairs, and I'm like, turn the volume down a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, so I put it right there. I got gold and iron, and then I put them in my storage area, like what I just did, right?
Correct.
Okay. Then what else can I do right now? Nothing else right now, correct?
Think so. Yeah, and I was going to go get the upgrade that costs 4 water on my turn, but Scott had to go in there and snipe it. So I'm going to take my little hot air balloon up to the water space. And by the way, on any turn you can forge. You don't have to wait for anything. You don't have to have all your ships out or anything like that. But you can use any resources to get cards. So I'm going to spend 1 coal. Coal is so precious. Do I really want to do that? I don't. I'm gonna spend the iron. I'm gonna spend 2 iron, and I will draw 3 cards. Now you can play 1 card per turn, so I might be able to play one of these right now when I draw it. And you can use 1 ribbon per turn if you have ribbons. I'm looking at these, and I am not going to use any of them at the moment. So my turn is up. It is Cat's turn.
whenever I forge, which I'm thinking about doing here. Let's see here. What happens again?
So that's when you're able to build. And so you have one scaffold to build. You don't have a lot of things to build yet. And it also is when you can move workers. You can move a worker by paying 1 gold out of the barracks and onto the scaffold, or 2 gold to get one from the water, from the whirlpool onto the scaffold.
Oh yeah, but I'd have to pay 2 gold for that. But I don't have 2 gold. Oh, but oh no, I can't do that either. I don't have all the materials I need.
Things are a little tight right now in availability.
Okay, so I could take one of my airships though and go get some more scaffolding, right? Because I can get like 1 for free over here, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Can I drop this in any of these spaces and it'll be okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, all 3 of those are the same.
Okay. And I will take, what do I want to take here? I think I'll take this nice one with the whistle on.
Oh, yes, whistles will be wild, and that will help us out if we can get at them.
Well, I'm hoping
Okay.
it'll help me out, not necessarily everybody else.
I see his airship, though. He's going for a small machine. I can always narrate Scott's turn. Scott's like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I can't even figure anything out here. Oh, well, I'll just get a small machine, I guess.
That sounds that's a pretty good impression. That's pretty close. You just got to say it with more beard.
More beard. He's got all kinds of cheating ways now with his winner's circle. He's going to get a ribbon every time he promotes a worker. That is really good.
You guys.
Okay, I think he says his turn is up. So, Chris, I think it's your turn.
All right. When can I place my scaffolding stuff? Can I do that now, or
When you're doing a forge turn, the first thing you get 1 free build, and then each additional build action costs 1 water. So normally it's on forge turns when you build, unless you have a special free action from a card or ribbon.
Gotcha. So I don't really have much I can do right now. I'm gonna come on over here.
Yeah, like I said, the resource availability is a little bit tight right now.
Yeah.
So, and that's because these juggernauts blocked everything up too.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no clue what that's about.
One of them's me.
Okay. So now I can go ahead and put one of these out now. Is that correct or
No.
no?
Okay. That would be on a different turn when you forge, you pull back all your airships, and then you can start doing the building.
Gotcha. Okay. I just want to make sure.
All right. So here's the first kind of trick move. I'm going to throw down a card, which is the dispatcher. And the dispatcher is a card that allows you to take an airship and return it to a player's playmat. So, Scott, you've been called back home again, and your juggernaut flies back to base so that I can go get an upgrade.
Oh, nuts. You're taking the one I wanted.
I'm getting the one that costs 4 water because I have 4 water.
The one everybody wanted, dang it.
Well, let's see what the next one is. You might want that one. Okay, so now water's wild for me. My turn is up.
Let's see here.
This card piles up here.
I didn't really want to have to like put my big one down to get 1 item, but I think it might work out for me in the long run here.
Okay.
Because I want to get the 1 gold there.
Does this get replenished?
Right, it does. It should auto flip when you put it out there.
Nice.
Pawn shop, 3 steel to change any 2 resources for a victory point.
Okay, is it my turn? Are you still going, Cat?
No, I'm done.
Great. I'm going to forge.
All right, so let's watch Scott do a forge turn, and I can talk through it if his audio is in any way not working. So he pulled back his airships. He spent a gold,
Okay.
and now he's taking one of his workers from the barracks and putting it out onto an empty scaffold space. So he put it right on the bottom, and now he's building a machine with his free build. And in doing so, that moves his worker over into the tower. And he takes the ribbon from that bottom space of the tower, which is a free action that allows him to rescue a worker from the whirlpool.
And he has winner's circle.
That's a good
And he
move.
has a winner's circle, so he's going to get a free ribbon. And he gets victory points from the machine he built, which is 5 victory points. And what free ribbon did he get over there? It's a free scaffold.
Nice.
All right. So
Yep.
he scored 5 points, got a worker into the tower, and grabbed 2 ribbons. Are you going to do anything else, Scott?
That will do it.
Okay.
Right.
So now we're on to Chris.
I'm gonna go on out here. Nice.
Okay. So you grabbed a steel. We
Mhm.
definitely need some people to do some more building here, but I have to pull back. Chris, let me point out another move you can do.
Okay,
which,
yeah. Go ahead. 'Cause, yeah.
So did you see when Scott just put out that double coal there?
Oh yeah.
If you want to steal, you can actually go right here, and you'll get a steel, 2 coal, and a water in one move.
Yeah, I'll do that then. That sounds like a great idea.
So that's
2
the
coal.
way Whistle Mountain works, where you can get a whole bunch of resources with that really careful placement.
So 2 coal, a steel, and a water.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm pulling back my airships for my forge turn, though I don't have a whole lot to forge. I could forge some checks, maybe.
That'll get you put in prisons. You gotta be careful there.
I don't see a prison anywhere in this game.
It'll get you sent
Yet.
to the barracks.
Oh, okay. Back to the barracks. I'm gonna do a free build just to get us another scaffold on the board, get some points, and also change what kind of resources we can get. So let's go with that for kicks right there. So that's going to score me 4 victory points for that build. I'm going to move this airship out of the way. Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to score my 4 victory points, and my turn is done. Oh, I have a gold. My apologies. Hang on 1 second, because gold can get one of my guys to work. So I'm going to spend 1 gold and hire that guy in the barracks. Say, hey, buddy, get out there and get to work. And I'll put that worker right there on that scaffold. Okay, now my turn's up.
So going to call back here on my airships. And let's see here. I'm going to forge.
Adjust mine a little bit to make it flat if I can.
Okay.
I think it's flat now.
Here we go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 points as well, right?
Correct.
These little stars are so adorable.
They were chosen for cuteness factor.
Yeah, we
They make
ran
me
a
feel like a star.
lot of play testing for cuteness. We tried shapes like kittens
I
and other
appreciate
things, but
that,
we settled
yeah.
on stars. We got the best feedback.
I want everything to be like grease and gears and chains and metal, and these guys want soft little shiny stars.
The grease
And
and chains did not play test well.
So I'm going to go ahead and put one of my little workers out here on the board as well. And I think I'm going to put them right here, actually.
Okay. Yeah, now that's when we're next to each other, then there's a chance that one of us will lead to the other being promoted as we go.
Exactly. I mean, I wasn't going to say anything, but you know.
Or we
Right.
can do a clever move to leave someone behind.
No. I don't want to hear that. I'm trying to ride on other people's laurels, okay?
Yep. Okay, so Scott's going.
All right. How's my audio now?
Yay!
Wow,
That
that's
sounds
much better. Much better.
Quite a bit better.
Already
Okay.
2 steel and 3 water.
Oh, that's the new cool spot I built. You can.
Nice.
And 2 steel and 3 water. And I will also I think I'll rescue a guy. All those great spots out there. And my ribbon. Move this guy up to yes, right there.
Okay. So he's got a worker up there on the scaffolds. And are you all finished, Scott?
Yeah, I'll turn one of my waters into a whistle.
Okay. Chris, it looks like it's your turn now, and you're going to have to forge because all your ships are out there.
Yep. So I gotta bring them on back. Come on back.
Ah, there's coal out there now. Coal was non-existent just days ago, and now there's coal everywhere. All right, so this is your free build.
Okay. Place that right there, and then I could get points for
To 3 victory
3.
points.
Or I could go this route and get more, right?
It's going to be the same. It's going to be 1,
yeah.
2, 3. The space adjacent to the water doesn't give you a point.
Okay. Just trying to see what the best strategy is. 1, 2, 3.
Also
Yep, still
3.
3. Yep.
1, 2. That's actually 4.
Yep. So I'll do
So-
that then. Yep. Okay.
I'll make an adjustment and get it here.
Thanks.
Try to.
And then if I spend a water, I can build again.
Correct.
I am totally doing that. So it's 4. Get 1, 2, 3, 4 there. All right. Sweet. So that gives me what, 8 then? Is that correct?
It looks like it. Yep.
Man, I'll take it.
Those are some good building points. A lot of stability with what you built. And even better still is you completely hosed my next move.
Yay!
Yeah.
Because water is wild for me now. So I was going to go down here and get a whole bunch of water. But what are you doing there, Scott? Rotating that building.
Oh, that was me by accident.
Then these can be rotated. It's arbitrary. But that means that's the one I'm going to go for. I'm going to go for that double coal now because I can get water on that. It's even a better move, which I wouldn't have seen had my other move not been blocked out. So I'm going to go onto the double coal. Right
Also, scaffolding is
here.
double-sided, so it can be flipped and adjusted as necessary, just for people who haven't found that yet.
I'll get a steel, 3 water, and 2 coal. That is pretty incredible, actually. And 2 coal. And I think I'm going to go ahead and play a card from my hand as well. I'm going to play the medium market. And this allows me to spend 3 steel to get a medium-sized machine. I'm going to spend 1 steel and 2 water because water is wild for me. And then I will select a medium-sized machine from the supply. And wow, I'm going to go with this alpha site. Water and gold to move a worker and do a build. That's pretty cool. All right, so I'm getting a medium-sized machine, and then my turn is over.
So that's 3 coal and 1 iron, right?
Let's see.
Yeah, I think so.
One, 2, 3 coal and 1 iron is correct. Yep.
Excellent. Exactly as planned.
Okay, so we're starting to get the coal and the iron, and those are the things that we need to get those machines. And whistles will get us the scaffolds.
And that is my turn.
And don't overlook the cards too. Notice 2 of the cool things I've done so far came from cards. And whenever that spot is open, that's your chance to go grab some.
Okay, I'm gonna get a medium machine. So spending 2 steel on the whistle.
Okay, so Scott bought a medium machine.
I think I will take this one.
Okay.
I will. I'll hold off on that. Okay, I'm done. Or actually, I'll turn underwater into a whistle. Here we go.
Okay.
Okay.
So now we go to Chris.
I'm going to go ahead and upgrade, use my ability. I'm going to spend and get this little pawn shop thing. Who doesn't like going to a pawn shop? Find some good stuff there.
It's always an adventure of a trip, that's for sure.
Oh my gosh, especially when you find like a gem, like just something good, like a copy of Catan for like a couple bucks or stuff like that, or find a piece of furniture that just needs a little love. Always good.
Yeah, that you didn't ever think you needed, but all of a sudden you're like, I could use an egg chair in my room.
Never thought about the egg chair. I want that.
Like
You
a true
remember,
story.
remember those chairs that were like looked like the palm of a hand? That's always what I wanted. I forget there was a show that had that in it, and I loved it.
There was an SNL skit with Tim Meadows that he had it in the background. That's what I remember it from, but I don't
Okay.
I don't remember seeing it anywhere else. But that is hilarious. That is very
No, there was-
retro.
Wasn't there a chair that Screech sat in back in Saved by the Bell days or something? I forget.
All right, we're in trouble, guys. So Scott has a scaffold and he has a machine. On his next turn, he can
I
build
get a
them.
small machine for upgrading, right?
Ooh, yeah, you do.
Good call. Good call.
Pick one of those.
Okay, I'm gonna go. See what I can do. What can I do with some of these resources? I'll take that one right there.
So,
Nice.
Kat, I think Scott's going to be sniping our spot here and building something right next to where we are, not taking us with him, would be my guess. I'd probably do the same thing if I were him. But that leads me to think that I'm going to go ahead and forge. So this will be a different forge than I'd planned on. I'm going to use my gold, which I don't actually have any gold, but I have water, which is wild. I'll use that as a gold to move one of my workers out of the barracks. And I'll move that worker here. And then I will use my free build to get this medium machine on the board. And this will allow me to promote that worker. So the worker goes in a straight line over into the tower and takes this ribbon. And this ribbon is to gain a small machine. And I construct the medium-sized machine right here or here. I'll put it right here. It'll last a little longer in the game. And then I gain the points indicated on that machine, which is 12 victory points. And my special power is I get to use that machine right away, but I can't because I don't have a water and a gold. So I am done.
Hey, quick question, Luke. When I
Yeah.
collected my pawn shop, I had a 6 point at the bottom. Should I take those too?
No,
right now?
because there's a chance that you could change your upgrades. There are
Okay.
some things that can change them or out, trade them in or discard them.
Gotcha.
So we score those at the end of the game. We score the tower, the whirlpool at the end of the game, and the stuff in our supply. Trading in some victory chits.
I keep all 3 of these cards, right?
Yeah, so you did the action at the top. So
I sure
yes,
did.
you're going to keep all 3 of those cards. And if you look at them, you could even play one right now.
Okay, let's
You don't
see
have
here.
to, but you're limited to 1 per turn.
I'm just looking at them right now. So,
Yeah, sometimes they can be a little confusing and we can reference them if needed.
okay. So I have, I'm gonna put it on the table so you can see. This one here, I can discard 2 to get 1 other card or something.
This is draw 3, keep 1.
Oh, okay. I can use that at any time. And then gold to moving a worker.
I can't see that card actually.
Oh,
can't
sorry,
see
I don't have it
until
on
you
the table
put
yet.
it down.
There you go.
That's a gold to move a worker.
Okay,
So
move a worker already on the board or in this line here?
So it can be from the barracks out onto the scaffold or from a place on the scaffold to another place on the scaffold.
Oh, okay. Okay. And this last one here is, does everybody give me a how does that work? What is
So this is whatever resources you don't have any of, you gain 1.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
So it fills in your gaps of resources.
Excellent. And as far as card limit in my hand, do I have a limit as to how many cards I can keep in my hand or
No, you don't.
Okay. So I could use this now and take 3 more cards and just get a different one?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that. I'm down with more cards.
There's some cool stuff that comes out of cards. I think, was it you, Luke, yesterday who played a ton of cards during the game?
I did. I played several cards. It didn't quite pan out the way I wanted, but I had a couple really huge moves there.
Yeah, you had some long turns, some big turns.
Okay, there's the discards over there.
Yep. So then you'll just choose 2 and discard them. But Scott, you can go ahead and take your turn now. Right, Kat, you're all finished?
I'm sorry, I have one last question here with this card
Okay.
here.
Let's see. Oh, that's the one that lets you kind of cycle your hand. So it's discard any number of cards and draw the same number of cards plus 1.
That's crazy. Okay. I keep on just discarding and recycling. That's awesome. But I will get rid of that.
You can't. Sorry, you can discard those, but you can't do infinite turns because you can only play 1 card per turn.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. But I discarded that one anyway for the 2 I discarded because I like what's in my hand.
Great.
Thank you.
Okay, I am going to forge. I'm ready.
I kind of thought that.
Yeah, so I bring my ships back. I'm going to place this.
See what he does here.
Get in there.
So that'll give you 3 points.
3 points. I will spend as to move a guy. So move the guy up to there. I got 3 points to find. Then I'm going to place this. I have water to do that other build. So this guy will go over to there. That guy will go over to there. So I'm going to end up getting 4 ribbons on this turn. Each
My goodness.
ribbon.
Nice.
So it's me. So 15 points.
Man, Cat,
then,
Luke was a kid when he said
Wow.
Scott was going to be ruthless.
So let me explain why he's being so ruthless. Because the first Tabletopia game we played to practice last week, I crushed Scott. So
Oh,
he went. I think he's been practicing on his own, and now
secretly.
he's a monster.
Okay, the water does not rise yet.
Not yet, but look how different the board is. Look at all the different choices we have now.
Wow. Right.
And they're all yours, Chris.
Okay, and let's see if I want to play any of these. I'll play the card.
Okay, hang on, Chris. He's got a couple more things up his sleeve. All right, so you got a ribbon to draw a card, and he has a chance of playing a card too if he wants to.
All right. I'm not going to do anything yet. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and set that down on there. And what do I get out of there? Coal.
Two coal and 3 iron.
3 iron, yeah.
It's all right. You can call it steel. That's what I always call it. So
now I can't go beyond the amount of coal that's on this storage, correct?
you can, but then at the end of your turn, you have to discard down to what fits.
Okay. Well, there's nothing else I can really do then. Yep. Okay. Cool.
Okay. I'm going to take my turn, and I see some great stuff out there. And water's wild for me still, so clearly getting more water is a good choice. So here I will get 3 water and 2 iron. The actual grabbing of resources is one that takes a little longer on Tabletopia. One little click at a time business. Okay, so I've got my resources. Then I'm going to play my ribbon, which is to gain a free small machine. And I'm going to take one that gives me, or gives us, water and gold. and ensure that water will always be plentiful. The water will flow.
You just want that because you have all of that wild water.
Okay. And you know what? I can play a card on my turn too, so I might as well. I'm going to play the large market. I think I have the resources for that. Yeah. So that's going to get me a large gadget. So I'll spend 3 coal and 2 iron to select one of those. I'll come back to my resources in a minute. I'll pick the machine right now. So one of these executive archives is draw 4 cards, keep 2. I get cards when I build it too. The factory is getting small machines. And then the whistle surplus makes whistles not wild suddenly. It's a rule change. And then if you spend a whistle, you can get 2 resources. Boy, that would be really mean if I have wild water and I make whistles not wild. That would be brutal.
That would be really mean.
And I'm not a mean player with brand new people. But man, that's 16 points too. Well, that would be nice. All those points. I think I'm going to go with the factory because it's also it'll give me a free small machine. And I like building because I'm the admiral. When I build stuff, I get to use it. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, let's see here. I'm going to take this. I'm going to put this over here, I think, and get a scaffolding. Let's take this one. And I'm going to play a card. And I'm going to pay 3 iron and take a medium. Three iron. And I think I'm going to take this one right here.
I just noticed that secret lab combos with Chris's ability.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it.
You don't notice that. Don't notice that at all. Please don't notice it.
Just yeah.
And that is my turn.
Great. All right, yours all set up for forging now. Scott, what do you got?
All right, I am going to take this really juicy spot down here and get water, 2 coal, and steel.
That is a juicy spot.
So 3 water. 2 coal. And a steel. And I'm also turning a ribbon to get an upgrade. Got this free upgrade ribbon, and I want the middle card because that works really well with what I have over here already. Basically, I can turn resource into a whistle and then a whistle into a scaffold. I like that combo. All right, so I'm going to turn one of these waters and turn it directly into a scaffold. Go with. Okay, that's my turn.
Okay, Chris.
Making a trip over here. Taking that bad boy. What was that? 3, 1, 2, 3. All right. Oh, nice. Another one. Ooh. Okay.
Okay, are you good, Chris?
I think I'm good. I'm just now my brain's starting to think a little bit more right now. What I got to do next.
Good for brains to do that.
Yeah.
Kat, I just noticed that. So now that I guess it was me, I burned you by getting the ribbon from the spot down here.
You did.
Your red meeple right there isn't going to get you much if it gets into the
I
tower.
I know.
So sad, because I could send you over to the tower right now, but that's a possibility. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my small hot air balloon over to the scaffold yard, and I will spend 2 water, which are wild, and I will use them in place of. Let's see. There's a white gloved hand right over my resources. Got it.
That's me.
There.
I was trying to take them from you.
Okay.
I like to move them when you're not looking.
You cannot have this water. It's so hard to grab water with your hands as it is. So I'm going to take 3 scaffolds. And then my turn is up. I got a lot to build now.
We're going to be forging. Get all my airships back.
How did you get all those?
Let's see. I should only have 3. I accidentally grabbed an extra. Oh, somebody moved the whole stack over here. Did I do that?
You brought the whole thing over. I was like,
How did I
like,
even? I don't even know how to grab the
It's
stack.
the designer bonus. He gets them all.
Matt, do you know how to
nice.
do you know how to move the stack over there?
I was kind of baffled. I'm like, what turn is this that he just did? Because I know. I mean, it's like, wow.
Well,
all right, and then
we're just gonna rebuild the stack over here.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna spend 1 water.
I tried to figure it out. I cannot also figure it out. I'm sure I know 100% there's probably a way to do it, but it escapes me.
Okay, no worries. Stack as good as new. Never happened.
Well, which upgrade was that lets you take the whole stack?
Oh yeah, I want that one.
Yeah, I was like, what on earth?
Okay, so is that Cat building right now?
Yep, that's me building. So I built
All
one, I spent a water, I built another. I'm gonna move a person, so I'm gonna throw my little gold out there. We're gonna take somebody and we're gonna put them like up here. And then we're gonna build this thing. And it doesn't cost anything to build this, right?
Your second build costs 1 water.
So even a scaffold and then a machine?
Your first scaffold costs nothing. Your first build is nothing. Your second build costs 1 water, regardless of what it is.
Oh, regardless. And this counts as a build too then?
Yeah.
Okay.
So spend 1 water and you're good. And then you're gonna promote your worker over to the tower.
Nice.
I promoted over to the tower. Hold on, I don't think it's gonna work out the way I wanted it to, because I have to build 2 things, and that's not gonna. I only have 2 water.
Oh,
because the next one. Oh, the next one is another one, another water.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm good.
You only need to spend 1 water to build 2 things.
Well, I'm gonna put this here.
Oh, you're gonna start flooding us out.
Yeah, and then I want to put this on top of here.
Okay, so first let's move the worker out of the way. Since you're red and green, you're Christmas as your colors.
There we go. And I
you get that ribbon,
which
is
yeah,
free upgrade.
That's what I'm talking about.
You're going vertical like that?
Yep, just like that.
And then you score the points on that machine, which looks like 12 to me. So you got 4 for the scaffold and 12 for the machine. And you got your worker in there, the highest worker so far. Well done.
Oh, I need to check my points on my scaffolding underneath. I completely
It was 4.
Oh, 4? Okay.
So your total is 16 you gain here. And then you've got a bonus for your starting ability too. You're the craftsman, the craftsperson.
Oh yeah, what does the craftsman do here?
When you build, you get 2 whistles.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that.
Now the water's rising and it's going to be bumping my airship, and it's going to be drowning a worker because Looks like one of Scott's.
That one, sadly, was one of mine. I'm
And
blue.
one of. Oh, you're blue. That's right.
Yep.
Okay, but I got an airship back. That's actually good for me. The cool spots down here have changed. Notice that. So now the airship, the 2x1 airship, won't fit. And then the one that generates coal, the machine that generates coal, doesn't work anymore. You can still place on it. It doesn't give you any resources for that machine.
And I took my upgrade for my ribbon. Because I do that now, right?
Yeah, you can do that any time. You can do that now if you like.
Okay. All right. I did that.
Great. I didn't see which one you grabbed, but it'll be.
I'm sorry. I
interesting to see.
grabbed this. Every time I build a scaffold, I get a point.
Oh, nice. Okay. And let's see. Are you all finished now?
I believe
Two
so.
whistles. Nice turn.
So, did you get all your points?
I think so.
Okay, great. Yeah, that was a great turn. I am gonna go buy a small building. Cost 2 coal. I will take this guy. And I will change my steel into a whistle.
Okay.
Will be my turn. Oh, actually, let me see if I can do anything else. I'll go ahead and turn in this 4-point thing for 4 points.
Nice.
Wait, no, I need the scaffold. I'll put this in the scaffold.
Okay.
Chris, you got to get those guys to safety.
I know they're just drowning on me. I've got to bring these airships back.
Okay,
And
so
then forge something. I've got an idea.
So I'll let you go, Chris. I'm going to go ahead and get a scaffold while you're starting.
Okay. So you're gonna put a scaffold?
I'm getting it. No, I turned in a ribbon to get a scaffold.
Gotcha. All right.
I think
I'm gonna go ahead. Was it? I can pay a gold to get one of my guys out here. So I need to do that. I'm gonna have to probably do it over here right now.
You might want to get it as high as you can, Chris.
Okay. Just because of the water.
Yeah, if you want to build right away, you can do that.
That's
but getting your worker in here doesn't really give you any points.
Yeah.
So you want to get them high and get more points, but also set yourself up for those good promotions.
So I can at least do that right now because that's an empty spot. And then I can get this out of the way so that way I can at least get some points for it real quick.
Yep.
And then that gets me what, 4 points? So I'll take 4.
And so you don't have any scaffolding, huh? To be able to.
I have to do that on my next turn. Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna try something a little different. I've never quite done this before, so I think it'll work. I'm gonna take my. I'm sorry, Chris. Are you all finished? I forgot.
Yeah, I'm finished. Yeah.
I'm gonna take my juggernaut.
So yeah.
Do you see this alpha site here? So this is you pay a gold and a water and a gold, and you do a move and a build. So I built this and I wasn't able to use it when I built it, but I can use it now. I'm gonna get iron that's next to me and 3 water, but water's wild.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm gonna turn right around and spend 2 water to run this thing. And I will do a build and a move. So it looks like we are doing this. I'm going to build a scaffold. I'm going to rotate it, flip it, stack it, and that will give me 3 victory points. Then I will take a worker and move it over here to right here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm done.
think. Nope, I can't take that yet. Let's get that one costs 3 coal now. Oh no. Yeah, let's use up some coal. Okay, so we're gonna get 3 coal there to get one of those small ones.
Let me point out, if you place on a machine, you also get to use the adjacent machine if you're touching its sides. So you
Oh
can
yeah, that's right.
you can use these together.
I completely forgot about that. Oh my gosh, can I take my turn back?
Of course. I want to make
Okay.
sure you knew all the
I completely forgot about that, and that's like, I like that.
Scott,
Yeah, that's
better.
right.
Scott's over
Really-
there thinking about how he's going to use those, I'll bet.
It's really juicy right now. For sure.
All right, we're taking my big one over here. We're giving it a flip. And we're going to put it right there.
Nice.
That's amazing.
Okay, so that's 3, 4, 5 of the iron, 2 coal, and then I
Should be
also get
4.
to draw
4.
4. Oh yeah, you're right, 4. It'll fill up my iron. That's what's important.
Yeah, it's really good.
Here you. And I also get to draw 3 cards and discard 2, right?
Yep.
Awesome.
There you go.
I'm down with these cards. These cards are nice.
Good. There's a lot of the rest of the game is open information, so you can really see a player's choices except for what's in that hand.
I like that one. And I have just one question on one of the cards. This one here.
You just draw 2 cards.
Just drawing 2 cards on that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll go ahead and get rid of that one. All right, and I couldn't fill up with any coal. Got all my iron, did my cards. Okay, that was it.
Nice. You're very stocked up, ready to go.
I am.
All right, I'm going to forge.
What are you doing, Scott?
All right, we'll place this here.
My goodness.
So that is worth 1, 2, 3, 4. And a water.
I think the water's going to be rising here.
Place that there. Okay, and then I'm going to spin my whistle to move a guy. So move this guy up to there. Okay, we're going to use my ribbon to move another guy.
No, what are you doing?
So we'll move up a second guy to, we'll say, there. I'm going to spend a water to do one more build. So this machine there, which will send me.
Raising the water. So I'm going to bump my airship, and the water rises and shuts down another 2 machines.
Okay, so 7 points for scaffold, and let's see, this one is worth 13 points, and then I get double ribbons again. So I get both of these ribbons and then 2 more ribbons.
Oh no, Chris, why did you let him do that?
I'm sorry.
Geez, Chris, it's totally your fault. Gosh.
Thanks, guys. It's my new mentality right now.
Wow. Oh man.
Okay, that's my turn.
Scott taking advantage of me. Thanks, Scott.
Okay. We got to do something here.
All right. Let's see here. What am I gonna do? I mean, I could always forge, but gosh. No, I mean, I kind of want this, so yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. All right, I'm gonna forge. I'm gonna move this guy over into. Oh no, I'm not. I don't want your guy. Gosh, you've had enough of those. Hmm. Put him there right now. I'm gonna place this over there. Where they are. Can I promote me over to here, right? And
Yeah.
yellow over to here.
Oh, okay. I'll take that. Thank you.
And I'm gonna place that right there. So then I at least get what 6 points for that, and then 8 points for my secret lab. So
Yep.
14.
Uh-oh. Oh man. You just hosed. That's cat is red, right?
Yes, there goes two of my
Two
people.
workers go into the
Wow, this
whirlpool.
got really brutal fast.
Yeah.
On purpose, Cat. That was not on purpose. However, you did blame me a little bit for Scott.
It's sure. You know what? I'm gonna take it really personally. Okay, really personally.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay, where went all that stuff that used to be on the board is gone. That's interesting. Okay. That changes everything about what I've got to do. The secret lab is really cool. Any 2 resources for it?
you don't want that.
No. Yeah, you're the upgrade guy. Oh shoot.
What are you talking about? You can't see anything. See?
Now,
there's nothing.
now my guy is the one that's there. I've got 2 guys there ready for the water to rise again. And I'm sitting on machines that I could use to do it with too. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is go get some resources. I only have this one. So I'm going to get 2 water, a steel, and a coal right there. And I'm done.
Goodness. This became such like a harder game all of a sudden. Now my people are gonna drown. Let's see here. Let's get some scaffolding. I'm gonna spend a whistle here for that. And get 2 pieces of scaffolding. I think I'll get one of these. I'll try not to take the whole stack though, okay?
You don't have that ability.
You know what?
Special power.
Dang it. I really wanted all of them. All right, and that was my turn.
Okay, I will go get some resources as well. This will give me 3 steel and a water, and I can get a cart. See what I get. So I draw 3 and keep 1. The card. Okay.
All right.
One card. Sure, I'm not going to want that one. So next two are. Yeah, that's good. Let's see what the next one is. Yeah, I'll keep that one. So this one I'm going to discard. Okay. I can get rid of that card. So nope, not sure. I can't move it. There it is. Okay, and I'm going to spend this card to get 2 whistles.
Nice.
And that's my turn. Oh, and I'm going to turn in this 6-point ribbon to get 6 points.
Why do you have so many ribbons? That's brutal.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
What the Valkyrie's doing here?
That should definitely be the background music for this.
Secret lab and archives and resources.
Yay, archives and resources. What do I get for archives? What do I get for that one?
You draw 3 cards and keep 1.
Oh, I like the sound of that. Let's see here.
Do you know how to put them in your hand? You just drag them to the bottom of the screen.
Just looking at them real quick.
Okay.
Yep. All right. And I will say no to that one. And I'll say no to that one. And I'll keep the other one. All right. And then I can trade 2 resources and upgrade, right? So let's see here. This poll's not doing much for me. I don't need that. But what does it say? I can get rid of 8 or more and I get 2 points. And what does that mean? Stockpile.
Let me
Actually,
see.
you know what? I want the hydraulic. I know what I want. The hydraulic lift.
Yeah, so that one you discard a scaffold and then you move a guy.
Okay. Oh, you have to discard it. Okay.
The stockpile is at the end of your turn. If you have 8 or more resources, you get 2 victory points.
Yeah, I'll take that. That sounds good.
Ongoing victory points.
Yeah. I like the sound of that because guess what? That's an extra 2 points right now. Sweet.
Okay. Well, that rapid loader is every time you activate a machine, you gain a victory point. That could be a lot of victory points. Maybe earlier in the game.
Yeah, if you activate 3 machines, that's 3 points.
Okay, so what can I do? Oh, I know what I can do. Not sure if this is the smartest move, but I think I've got an idea. Are you finished, Chris?
Yeah, I'm finished. I think that is what I'm going to do right now. Yep.
Okay, I'm going to do my free build. My free build is here for 3 points. Oh, I'm pulling my ships back, by the way, so I better grab them. Let's see, here's my medium size. Okay, so free build for 3 points. Then a second build costing a water for 4 points.
Okay.
Then a third build, which will take place after I move a dude. So I'm going to use a water also to move a worker out of the barracks. And I am building this mega machine below the water line to keep the water from rising.
Yay.
I'll appreciate that.
I get to promote these 2 workers. It's less points immediately, but I'm effectively giving myself possibly more turns. So try to play the long game against Scott and his brutal upshot moves. This will give me 10 victory points and a free machine. So let's see, I'm up to 17 victory points and a small machine. So I will take the highest point machine for now. And then I actually get to run the machine I built because I'm the admiral.
Very
And so I
nice.
spend a coal and I grab another small machine. It's a lot of productivity, but I don't know if it's going to turn around to compete against Scott's pace right now. We'll see. This one's a whistle. Okay. I am done.
Here and get a small machine, I think. One there. Turn in my 2 coal. And I believe that is my turn.
Okay. Scott, are you back on? It said you dropped. Scott said, table flip. You guys are too good. I can't handle this. I'm out of here.
Oh, darn. We all collectively win except for Scott, then, I guess.
With his 39 points plus his 2 4-point ribbons. Yeah.
He does have himself muted, but that may be because he's having internet issues. I'll wait to see if we get a message from him.
He needs to call Al Gore and tell him to fix the internet.
I always tease him because he lives in like Silicon Valley. He should have like the best internet in the world.
Yeah, that's where they make the internet, right? That's where they manufacture all of it.
Right.
The internet just like flows from the tap out there. It's just all over the place.
Is that Scott? You back on?
His light went green in the game. But
Green
he's
light.
still muted on the Discord.
All right.
Oh, there we
back.
go.
I seem to have lost all connection for a moment. I don't know what happened. All right. Is it my turn?
You surrendered while you were gone, so yeah. It is your turn.
Okay. All right. Oh, I'm back. Okay, I can see again.
It set me up for success, Scott. Set me up.
Set you up. I'll do it again.
Everybody's blaming me for helping you, so you know.
All right. Ooh, somebody went there. Okay. All right.
Notice we talked about the kind of the scarcities change as the game goes on, and you can see that there's very little scaffold spaces. There's a whole lot of water now. I only see one steel on the board there. There's a steel and there's one whistle. Oh, I'm sorry. Right
Luke,
underneath where these airships are, there's 3 of them.
Here.
Yeah.
Luke, when I landed
Yes.
my airship and I picked up the upgrade, does that mean I immediately get the free small machine because of
Yes.
the planner?
Yes.
So I need to
yeah.
one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I will take.
Okay.
Take
All
that
right.
away. Okay. Cool.
So I will play here.
All right.
Get this. So that turn in all of these whistles. Okay. And I'm going to turn, let's see. I'm going to turn this steel, or I can't do that. I guess that's my turn. I'll turn in this for 4 points.
Nice.
I think that's all I'll do.
Taking
Okay.
advantage. Resources for another upgrade. Not really doing much for me. Here you go, Cole. And I will take that one. So that means that when what does that mean? The rapid loader. What does that do?
When you use a machine, you gain a victory point.
Oh, nice.
So,
now,
like
I don't get
you
that
could,
right off the bat.
right, you could use multiple machines out here and get multiple points on a single turn too.
And then I get to take one of these because I just did my upgrade action. Nice.
Yep, you're starting to figure this out. I can see.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty. I'm gonna get some resources. That's what I need. And I will do this by placing right here and getting 3 water, a coal, and I'll turn the coal right into a small machine. So I will take this machine and 3 water. I'm finished.
I'm going to go ahead and forge because I need my stuff back.
Oh, your choices here will change things. Let's see what happens.
Put this like so. Yep, okay, exactly like that. And then I'm going to spend one of my whistles to promote my worker here. I'm going to put them right up here.
Nice.
And then we're going to build this guy right up here.
Nice.
So you get 3 points for the scaffold build, and then 5 points for the machine.
Okay.
And you get the ribbon, which is a card.
Then
you get an extra point for the scaffold that you built. You get 4 points for the scaffold because of your special ability.
There we go. Perfect.
And you get 2 whistles for building a machine.
Oh yeah. There we go. It's like spend a whistle to get a whistle.
Very nice. And the water rises.
The water rises.
You know what?
Scott,
I'm not over there, so I'm okay with that.
Your giant airship goes. Who was?
I'm in the water now.
Okay, and my giant airship comes back. And here comes the water. All right. And that shut down the giant machine I recently built already, and the steel production is shut down. So the game ends when there are no more workers in the barracks. And so sometimes, a lot of the times, that happens because of the water rise. Then we each get 1 more turn, except for the player who triggered the end of the game.
I'm going to get some resources. So that gives me 2 gold. Oops. Right there. 2 gold, water, a coal, and that's it. 2 gold, a water, and a coal. Ah.
That looks good.
Like,
maybe someone can help me. So I'll take the 2 golds.
Where are you going here?
Not so I'm next to both buildings. So 2 gold.
Hang on. Let me get this straightened out here. Carefully balance the airships.
Gently.
It's slightly sloped for whatever reason.
And I'm turning the coal into a wild, and then the wild into a scaffold.
We set up the digital board on the digital crease of the table. That gives it that little...
Yours does have that tiny little ripple, so everything just goes from one side to the other.
Take this one. Okay, and I'll turn in the 4-point ribbon. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go over here. And whistles are wild, so I can spend 3 of any resource, correct?
Whistles are wild, but you have to spend whistles to get the scaffold.
So, gotcha. Okay, just making sure. All right, I am going to take these and another one of those and pay a whistle. Right.
Okay. Are you finished?
I am finished.
Okay, I'm going to do the same move. I have water as wild, though, so I will use that. So I'll pay 2 water, and I will get an ample supply of scaffolding. I take 3 scaffolds, and I leave the stack there. We're good. I'm done.
Grab a card. Put that in my hand. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. And what do I want to do here? I need to get some loot. So, this. I think I'll put them right here, and that'll give me a coal, a water, and 2 gold.
Just like it.
And that is my turn.
Okay. It said Scott went offline again. Is he back on?
It's 3 times he goes offline, and then we get all his points divided up between us, right?
That sounds great.
Something like that. The professor is late for class.
Okay. I'm coming back again. Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Sure,
we hear you.
Sam.
Go ahead and take your turn. Are you not live on Tabletopia?
It's loading up again. So
Okay.
I will be there shortly.
Yay!
Well, let's do some filler for 30 seconds. Oh, I'm back.
These snacks are really good. Thanks for bringing these, Chris. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Really appreciate it. Yeah.
I haven't heard
know,
the chocolate and peanut butter analogy yet, Luke. It's probably my favorite thing when you talk about this game. So why don't you lay that on him?
Okay. Let's see. So this game started when Scott spilled some chocolate. No. What really happened? So Scott and I have been attending. We've been attending Protospiels in the Bay Area together for some time. There's a couple that I've helped run, and then Scott's joined me on the team doing that. And we've admired each other's work over the years and played a lot of each other's prototypes and so on. And so he got this idea for a game involving building exactly like what you're seeing here with the scaffolds and the machines. And he said, "Hey, I've got the start of this idea. You know, I want to work together with you." And so we sat down and we tried some things out. And I brought in kind of the worker placement sides of things, and he brought in the kind of the spatial tile laying stuff. And so that's his work is the chocolate and mine's the peanut butter, and together we've got this game that neither of us could have ever designed alone. Really, it's so different from each other's work that it took a joint venture to make it.
It's awesome. I'm really enjoying the game a lot. This is
good.
a really fun take on a polyomino building game because usually it's just about fitting them together, but making it's spatially aware of like where you're placing your ships on everything. So you're not just building just to build, you're building also for resources. This is really fun.
Oh, great. I'm glad you're liking it.
You
I'm
don't wanna-
liking everything except Scott clobbering us right now.
Scott, you don't want to take your meeples and put them there. You want to put our meeples, move them there. No, that's not where you want to go. No, not there either. No,
These are not the spots you're looking for. Move along.
no, these are not.
So one thing that I hope that you'll find also is that this game plays in a manner where almost every game has enough differences that it feels very new every time you play. The number of different starting abilities, the number of different upgrades and machines and ribbons and things, and the sequence that everything comes out, and then the player choices about how they build can take this in a lot of different directions. One of those directions is drowning in a whirlpool, which is the direction we're heading in right now. So I'm gonna be falling down here in the water.
Take me to the river.
Okay, the water has risen, and Scott just got a bunch of points.
Yep, there we go. This is my big turn. So I got 2 guys up there. I got 2 ribbons for me and the guys over there.
Wow.
And
Okay.
That's one step
my
ahead
turn.
on everything here.
There we go.
All right.
So player order, you don't get a huge advantage. In fact, you get no advantage for going first. Going last isn't necessarily better either. Scott has won, I think, 3 of these games that we've played. And I've gone first in every game we've played.
That's 6 points, right? In what I just played. Is that correct?
It looks like
1, 2.
I see 5. Oh, 6. You're right. 6.
Okay, nice. Then I'm going to pay water to build another one.
Oh. And you've got a machine too. This is coming to a quick close.
My goodness.
Yeah, I definitely agree with what you said, Luke, about how each game is so different. Even just being the guy who's like the fly on the wall for the games we've played, the 3 games, they have all been completely different pace, and as people have built the towers, they've looked completely different.
I'm going to.
Although I've noticed every game people have built up the right side. People don't seem to build up the left side as much. All 3 games it's been like a tower that started and like continued up the right wall first. So that's interesting.
It is.
So right now I'm looking at 10 points, and then I just paid a gold to move this guy here out of the way. So place that bad boy right there.
Nicely done.
So that gets me. So right now I have 10, 17, 25 points. All right.
Okay. That's
then,
going to raise the water again.
Yep,
My
I think
goodness.
I'm going to take advantage of my one ability, which is every 2 resources I can trade in for an additional point for fun. So
I'm
Oh,
so
hold on.
negative
I
points
played a
right now.
machine, so I get a point. Played a machine, so I get a point for that. And I'll just trade in a couple resources for fun.
And there, one thing to note, there is a spot on the bottom right where you can go rescue a person for free. Maybe you're spending an action to do it, but
You
minus
get
5
to
points.
rescue in place, right?
I'm gonna be rescuing basically my next 3 turns. So
There's not going to be 3 turns.
Yeah.
my next 1 turn then. Okay. So nice.
Huh. Okay. Look at what you have done. So they said building in the mountains would be safe. They said it would be fun. And now it's all filled with water, and all of these meeples are down here drowning. Scott, you're a reckless capitalist and industrialist, and you have no regard for the working class.
Sorry.
Well, the thing is, Scott taught all his meeples how to swim as part of their training program. So, you
Oh,
guys just need to update your company's training programs.
that makes
okay.
more sense now.
Safety first. Okay. Yeah, these are desperate moves because if I build one gadget, that triggers the end for me, and it'll be my last turn. So let's see what kind of machines you have out there. All right, I see Chris has got one.
Get you some water and a point.
Let's see what I could do with these machines on the board. Okay. I'm going to take my juggernaut, I think. And I have a lot of uncertainty about what to do at this point because I know it's going to end soon. But I'm at the position where I really don't want it to end either. So I'm going to grab a steel and a water. And I'm going to use 2 resources to get an upgrade. And I'm going to draw 3 cards and discard a card, all in one turn.
I'm realizing right now, my whirlpool, they're having a great time in the whirlpool together, but my points are not going to be looking good at the end of this game.
Yep, mine too. It's a lot of us here. So I'm
You know
going to
what? Yeah.
2
Notice that
steel.
Scott's not swimming with any of us. I'm a little, we're a little upset
You know what?
about that.
That's fine though. There's a party down here in the whirlpool. Okay.
Everybody's hanging out.
Are there some margaritas and
That's right.
Oh, pool
cocktails?
party. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Best part of Gen Con was the pool party.
Yeah, there's music, everybody's dancing. It's a good time in the whirlpool.
I got this upgrade that lets me ditch a machine to draw a card. And I have machines. So no, that's when you gain a machine.
I think that's when. Is that gain or place? Actually, Matt, can we look that up?
There it might be.
Yes, I accidentally grabbed a 50-point marker. I will look it up right now.
Hey, next time
Oh,
you grab
like
that
you,
marker,
yeah,
you put it-
accidentally.
Yeah.
Just fling it your way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I would also like to do that.
I'm not going to be gaining or... That's... Oh, when I place draw a card. Is it place, Matt?
I am looking right now. What's it called?
No.
I'm looking too, see if I can get there.
It's called the
drafting office.
Drafting office, yeah.
The old drafting office, huh?
I'm drawing 3 cards while we're at it.
Okay, when you gain a machine of any size, gain a card.
Ooh, nice.
I don't want that one then, because that's too late in the game for that business. I'll take this one that's worth points, but I probably won't end up using it to manifest. And then I drew 3 cards, and I'm going to discard 2 of them. I'm going to play a card, which will allow me to spend a gold. I'll spend a water instead, and perform a build. And I will build. I will build this scaffold right here. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 victory points. And slightly crooked. And I am done.
The one thing I'm really enjoying about this game is I have enjoyed, of course, Scott's work before with a lot of the tile laying aspects, and the use of the polyominoes definitely makes it a new experience. Plus the water as it's rising, like now I'm having to focus on that as well, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna let my people drown. But I love what I'm playing and what I'm seeing from both of you.
Awesome.
This has been a very enjoyable experience, even though I know I'm going to be in last place and quite horribly. So,
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
anytime.
Okay,
So
Kat,
I'm
what you got?
taking this. I just bought that. I'm also going to go ahead and use this card over here. I'm going to spend the gold and move one of my people. Spend one of those. And we're going to take one of these. Actually, I think I'm going to spend a whistle instead of the gold. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. The whistle counts as anything. So I will spend my one person here, and we're going to put him right there. Hopefully that'll work out for me. And I believe that is all, because I can only do one card per turn, right?
Correct.
Okay, and that is it.
Okay, I'm going to turn my steel into a whistle. I'm going to use this ribbon that lets me activate a machine. I'm going to activate the booster pack? It says booster pack. So I'm going to use that whistle to buy an upgrade. So spinning the whistle. We'll take the drafting office. Okay, and then I'm going to go bring my airship and I'm going to do it again. So I get a whistle to hold. So I'm going to be using the whistle to activate the machine again. Let's see what comes out. I'll take that one. And there. And that is my turn.
All right. Time for me to go pick up some people. Go over here. I just pick up one, correct?
Right.
Right. What are these ribbons down here for?
They are the ones that Scott was drawing because of his special ability.
Oh, nice.
That's like the deck.
Okay. And then where do I move this? Do I just move them?
Any empty space on a scaffold up there.
Okay. I will go for up here. Okay. Nice.
Okay.
And in order for me to do this again, I'd have to forge and then bring him back. Correct?
Yeah. The other ways are typically on ribbons and on cards to be able to do more of those kinds of bonus actions.
If I can save one life, I'm happy. So
it is a life saved. Okay, my go?
Mhm.
All right. I am going to forge and trigger the end of the game. So this is my last turn. This will not be a winning move, but it will be a culminating move. And so I'm going to do a free build by building a scaffold right here for 3 points, 2, 3, 4 points. And then I will build I'm going to spend a water as a gold to move this worker over to the tower, or excuse me, over to the scaffolding. And then I will spend a water to perform a second build. And the second build will be this machine, the wet gold. And this will promote these two workers to the top of the tower. Kat, I'm taking you with me here.
Yeah, that was a good placement, Kat. That's 10 more points you get just for being able to put that for that
I
person there.
was trying to work it. I was like, hopefully somebody will build over here.
That was good.
So I'm not done yet because I'm out of resources. But when I build a machine, I get to use the machine. So I get a water and a gold.
Nice.
And I'm going to spend the water to do another build right away. And that other build will be another 5-pointer.
So the water should have risen, right?
Yeah, water's rising.
So it's actually going to rise twice.
Bye bye, blue. Bye bye.
Okay.
He made it out of the barracks, but he could not escape the inevitability.
Wow, that is a lot of drowning.
Yep.
Okay. So the water rises again, right? So we go up to there. Okay.
Oof.
Screenshot. I'm going to get a shot of all these meeples.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been loving the screenshots you've been posting, Luke. They've been awesome.
Yeah, I like
And
to
then-
get the kind of the isometric view is the best on these. It looks great.
Like, and in this play, the most drowned meeple.
I win. I win. Oh gosh.
Okay. Each player gets one more turn.
I don't think there's much I can do in my turn.
We can tread water.
Definitely, you definitely took a bunch of my spots that I was going to try to use up for my stuff. But let's see here. I mean, I can put down scaffolding for points. Do resources count as points or anything like that at the end of the game?
1 for every 4. And then your machines, it's 1 point for each machine, 1 point for every 2 scaffolds and every 2 cards, I believe. It's all on the back of the mat, and I think I can flip it over if I do a little work here.
Yeah, if you unlock it and take all your things off it, you can flip the playmat over and it will have the scoring on the back. Just like the actual player card will in real life.
I think I'm just going to forge.
We've got a scoring reference out now. I flipped it over.
Very nice. Thank you.
Oh, I know what I'm doing.
With this scaffolding, I can at least get 1, 2, 3, 4 points on scaffold. And I will spend my 2 to rescue somebody from the whirlpool.
Good. That's a big difference if you can get people out of there.
Take my 4 little points. I think that's it. Oh, I get 1 point for doing the scaffolding. And that is my turn.
Okay.
All right.
You didn't get a chance to build that giant
I didn't.
machine.
I know. I was super sad. You had
So many
taken
points.
so many small ones in the middle, and I was like, no, I had room for it there.
So I'm going to turn this.
Wound up with unfinished work to do.
Turning gold into a whistle. I'm going to use this other activated machine.
What?
And I'm going to activate that booster pack again. So turning in the whistle to get an upgrade. I'll take the recorder. All right, and then I'm going to play this card. Use my hot air balloon to bump myself. So this ship will go back and go right here, which gives me a whistle, and I can activate that machine again. So using the whistle for that.
Wow.
See what happens here. What's the most points? Take the hydraulic lift.
Oh my goodness.
Like that.
Okay.
And that's my play.
All right. I've got nothing that fancy. So I can do this, right? I can land this thing right up here.
It has to fit
Just like that?
entirely. It has to fit entirely on one machine.
Okay, so I need to bring my 2x1. Okay. So if I put this right here, it's touching the gold, right? And
Yes.
it's also touching this side. Okay. So if that was the case, I get 1 water. Do I get the 2 gold?
Yeah, you would get 2 gold, 1 water, 1 victory point, and you'll also get the steel in the water above you.
2 gold.
Because you're adjacent.
2 gold, 1 water. You said the gold and water that are above me.
Steel
Okay.
and water above you, and a victory point.
Sweet, steel and water above me and a victory point. And right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna trade in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for 3 more points because that's what I can do right now. So. And that'll be my turn because that's what I can do.
That's
All
it.
right, that's
the
it.
end of the game. Final scoring time. So first we take a look at the meeples that we have in the tower. So each meeple scores points based on the level it is in.
Okay. Six points for that. All right, 6 points.
27 here. Scott probably got about 50.
I got 51.
Okay. Kat, you got yours?
I sure do.
All right. So then next we take a look at our negative points in the whirlpool. And I have negative 20. Sorry?
So can we just like not look at those?
No, we're going to look at those really hard here.
Okay. Oh,
I lose 20 points.
This is what, 5 for each. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice,
I know I did 25.
Points.
Yeah. Ooh, ouch.
20, 30.
So you can see how saving them is important, and the timing of getting them out of there is important too.
Definitely. It went faster than I thought getting them out. I was like, okay, I have time. Then all of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh, I do not have time.
Yes.
And that's the other thing, is the pacing of each game is so different. The last couple turns of that game came so quick. Like it wasn't like paced out how most of the other ones have been. It was so quick, and that's the cool thing, is every time you play this game, it does feel so different.
Yeah, you got to watch the dynamics out there, and we were all building like crazy at the end. Okay.
Yeah,
so now,
many little machines everywhere.
Now we've got points on your upgrades. So your upgrades give you points. I get 8 for mine.
6, 8, 10. Nice.
And then points for things in your supply. So 1 point for each machine in your supply. Point for each ribbon you didn't use. 1 point for every 2 scaffolds and every 2 cards, and then 1 point for every 4 resources. Okay, and then we can do the final scoring, and I think we know who won, but let's see what all the rest of it is. What'd you get, Scott?
I got 138.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
That's crazy. That's just crazy.
I was like, so much more than my points.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I play at least one other time.
just a few times. I mean,
My final score is 77.
my final score is 43.
Oh, I feel good now. You just made me feel better. Okay. Because I did 40.
Oh, thanks. Well, I'm here for you. I'm
Thank
here for you. Okay.
40? Great.
40. Yeah, because of all my people drowning.
The negative
Yeah,
points you
that's a lot.
really
suffered,
tough.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Important.
I had a great time, and I really appreciate you taking a look at Whistle Mountain, and hope that you can see the potential for this game on tabletops.
Oh yeah, definitely. I definitely can see that. I'd love to see more of this on our table at our home. So yeah, definitely enjoyed it.
Absolutely. This was so much fun. I'm ready to play this again right now. So
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Great. Thank you, Kat.
I particularly, hopefully, I will not have as many people drown in my next game. So.
Lessons learned. Well, thank you guys so much for spending time with us today. I'm going to go ahead and stop our stream. But you guys have all been amazing, and I appreciate you spending time with us.
Thanks for having us.
yeah, thank you.
Thanks for coming.
I appreciate it. You all have a wonderful rest of your afternoon or evening, and I guess I'll see you at the next Gen Con.
That's right.
Hopefully in person.
Yes.
Agreed.
Yes, please.
All right, everybody.